Hello, you're watching FIFA Predicts, predicting the big games in the football world via the medium of FIFA 20, computer versus computer, and a huge game at the Bernabeu. This is one of PSG's 3 important games per season. And there's the view from Peter Crouch, Ian.
Yes, if you want a bit of perspective, just stick a GoPro on Peter Crouch and it really heightens the drama.
What's Peter Crouch doing there? Could he not get a ticket?
He didn't get a ticket, so that's him just peering in from outside.
An emotional return for Keylor Navas to the Bernabeu. PSG was sweating on him in the build-up because he was injured. Very unhygienic way to recuperate a player's fitness.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd like that, but it did Navas a load of good. The salt really helped, and they rubbed him down with deodorant afterwards, so no harm done.
It was first blood to Real Madrid. Benzema asking who's got the keys to my bimmer, which confused the PSG defender for long enough for Benzema to pass it to Modric, who then thumped it home like a rabbit in distress. What a goal, and what a celebration, Ian.
Yes, Modric doesn't really have the physique for boxing, but when his opponent is imaginary, boy does he step up. He really showed the wind who's boss there.
But you've noticed a downside to this is that Zidane's getting old, and this clip attests to that.
Yes, it's a very sad little clip here. Zidane lightly claps Modric's goal, and he's so exhausted by that he falls asleep standing up.
But Paris Saint-Germain, they turned their performance up at the Bernabeu, largely because so many of their players want to go there. Mbappe, what a player. Legs like the revolving door of a shopping mall. Brain like a surgeon. Heart like a fairy godmother in a Disney film. He ran so far in this.
I've measured it. He ran 3/4 of a mile.
And that's longer than the actual pitch. That's incredible.
All right, Captain Distant.
Now, Marcelo, he does everything right here. He shows Mbappe the exit door, but he does kick his bottom on the way out.
Yeah.
And that is where the referee had no choice but to point to the spot. What's Neymar saying to the ref here?
He's saying, please get me out of France. Can you adopt me or something?
But Neymar really is trying, and great to see him take credit for that goal when he did no work for it.
Yes, taking credit for Mbappe's hard work is what Neymar's probably best at.
Talk us through the run-up here. You've got some analysis from your little mind.
So yeah, he checks his pockets for loose change. He doesn't want to lose that as he strikes the ball. He then looks at it from a different perspective, like a snooker player. He then does a sort of trotty dance. He then stops, and by this point, Courtois is so bored he's forgotten what's going on and just stands there while the ball whistles past his ears. PSG, they didn't celebrate with Neymar, not initially. That's very interesting. Yeah, I think they knew he was going to do that ridiculous dance, and he does for a little while, and then Marco Verratti eventually comes up to him and says, mate, stop it, you look ridiculous.
And that's what friends are for.
It's lovely, it's spoken like a true friend. It actually reminds me of that time we were about to go on air and you very kindly pointed out I'd got a whole chicken drumstick stuck in my moustache.
I threw that so hard, we had to get out with pliers, didn't we?
I thought we were never going to untangle it. But, oh, happy days.
Di Maria thwonked the post and Keylor Navas made such an important save a bit later on. Keylor Navas, an emotional return. They love him at Real Madrid. They love him.
Real Madrid love Keylor Navas, apart from when they tried to swap him for De Gea.
So 1-1 it finished, but we decided to decide it with a game of street football. In a 1-2 game of 5-a-side, both teams decamped to a warehouse in Pittsburgh for a game that, if they got injured, would have breached a load of health insurance claims, Ian.
Yes, I can't help but notice how small the goals are. So tiny, even Courtois can save everything. It makes for a very exciting prospect.
Should UEFA decide games like this? After all, they've ruined it enough with VAR.
Should games be decided with a sort of punch-up in a cage round the bins out the back of a chicken shop? No, not for me.
Mbappe scored the first goal, then Silva stroked to one home like a Bond villain with a little cat. 2-0 it finished. Any thoughts, Ian?
My one question is, those faces on the tarmac, are they painted there deliberately or is that just an oil spill? Because for me, it looks like the faces are trying to peer up the players' shorts, and I don't like that.
So there we have it. Now, competition time. Predict the score of the real game in the comments section below. Get it right and you'll win this prize. And congratulations to last time's winners. You know who you are. See you next time on FIFA Predicts. Bye.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.